We don't know who they are. We don't know where they came from. But we do know they are desperate, and they've been on the run for a long, long time.
Hi, this is Steve Butts with a video review of Sins of a Solar Empire. Ironclad Games' Sins of a Solar Empire does what many of us thought was impossible. It mixes the high-level strategy of 4X Space Empire games like Galactic Civilizations with the intense tactical action of space combat games like Homeworld. Sins takes place across a variety of star maps of varying size, from a handful of planets around a single star to dozens and dozens spread across an entire galaxy. Each player begins with a single planet under their control, and they have to expand from there. The smallest of games can take a few hours to complete, and the largest, well, let's just say that we still haven't finished that 100-planet game we started back during the beta. It all runs in real time, which dramatically heightens the tension, but the scale of the game is such that you have plenty of opportunity to focus on the aspects of the game that require your attention at any given moment. It's a really tough balancing act, but it's one that Ironclad has pulled off beautifully. There are 3 unique factions here, each with their own visual style, tech trees, and overall personality, and if there's a weakness to the presentation here, it's that not enough is made of the game's backstory. Now, we're perfectly content that the game doesn't have a story campaign, although a better tutorial would have been nice, but the random campaigns don't quite make the differences between the races meaningful outside of their immediate impact on gameplay. Though Sins provides rich systems that model economy, scientific research, and diplomacy, these aspects are really just available as supports for your overall war machine. You can set bounties on other players that will encourage other races to go to war with them, or you can spend time researching and producing cultural assets that will flip enemy planets to your side, but really at the end of the day, Sins rewards the players who best know how to create and lead fleets of warships. The combat in Sins is a lot of fun and is thankfully free from the arbitrary rock, paper, scissors design found in most other strategy games. Here it's more about deciding between the quality and quantity of your forces. Would you rather spend resources reaching larger and more powerful ship designs, or would you rather focus on technological improvements to your earlier, cheaper designs? It's a great question and one that you'll wrestle with often in Sins. One of the main problems with games of this scale is that the player often has to batter their way past the interface in order to maintain awareness of all the important things that are going on at any moment. Sins offers a number of inventive solutions to those problems. First off, there are a number of easy-to-read icons that show you the exact position of all of your assets on the map, and that makes spotting fleets and your overall development levels very easy. But the real star here is the Empire tree on the left side of the screen. This is a scrolling list of each of your planets that you can use to select them and issue production orders while still keeping the main window focused on another area of interest. It also shows the presence and numbers of friendly and enemy fleets, so you're almost always aware of what's going on. While it's a great new tool, it still gets a little unwieldy in larger games, and it doesn't offer access to every single feature we'd like in terms of commanding our planets. Sins visuals provide a great sense of scale. With a simple roll of the mouse wheel, you can dive down from a galactic view that shows you your entire empire to focus just on a single fighter from your fleet. The amount of detail at this level is really extraordinary. Now you can pull back from there to view your fighters swarming around an enemy capital ship, and all you can see of your fighters at that level are their engine trails. Pull back even farther and you'll see how the planets looming in the background dwarf even your capital ships. It all happens so seamlessly too, which is a real testament to the power of the engine, and it runs brilliantly as well, even at the lower end of the system requirements. There are some downsides, however. First of all, it's nearly impossible to issue tactical orders in the extreme close-ups. While it provides a really dramatic view of the action, it just doesn't really allow you to lead your ships effectively. The other downside is that the effects here are pretty cheap looking. The laser fire and explosions are okay, I guess, but they just don't live up to the standard set by the rest of the game's visual elements. Multiplayer is offered through Ironclad's proprietary service, and though it's a bit Spartan, it works well enough to get players connected with each other. Now, the AI in the single-player game is no slouch, but Sins really comes alive once you start playing with other human beings. As an added bonus, games are saved so you don't have to complete them in a single setting. Sins of a Solar Empire definitely deserves the attention of any strategy gamer. Whether you're a die-hard 4X gamer who's craving the intensity of real-time controls and tactical combat, or you're a pure RTS fan who simply wants to extend your involvement beyond the boundaries of the battlefield, Sins of a Solar Empire really delivers.